Alrighty, we are group 7 and my name is Brooke Sutton.
I'm Debbie.
And I'm Teen Win.
And we're going to discuss our Unit 2 a Horizon Report readings and what we noticed. And we're going to be specifically focusing on digital literacy and roles of the teacher. So one thing that I noticed with digital literacy is that in the K through 12 report, that they're noticing that it's a solvable challenge, but they're noticing that students are, there's like a gap between what they know as basic skills and their digital knowledge. So for instance, an example that they gave was like students are unable to identify a credible information that they find on the internet. And I guess what I'm trying to say is I think students, especially K through 12, they just assume everything that they read on the internet is true and reliable. And that's a problem that I also have seen firsthand in my classroom doing a research project. So I think that's one challenge with digital literacy that I noticed when reading the report. What did y'all notice?
When I read the challenges impeding higher education report, and I noticed that digital was also a solvable challenge. That was where it was very similar in both reports. And they pointed out that digital literacy in higher education is not just about not just ensuring that the students use like the latest technology, but they know how to apply it in project-based, student-centered, collaborative working efforts in universities. So that was where the similarity was between both reports.
Right. And Brooke, I liked what you said, about with the digital literacy, that kids just take what's out there in print, and it is what it is, and you see adults do the same thing. And I think as teachers, it's so vital now with information. Somebody related it to an ocean. And, our kids are just covered with all of this information, and how critical it is for us to teach them how to evaluate that resource, and to also not just evaluate it, but be able to respond and critically think about what it is in an appropriate way, and not just, take it for what it's worth. And, when we were reading these, it talked about the rethinking the roles of teachers as well. And I think that's where our role changes, is that we have to model for them how to critically evaluate it, and not just assume that they can't do it or won't do it. We have to show them how to do it. So,
yeah. With the role of educators in higher education, it's pretty much the same. They are seeing a shift in that, where the teacher is no longer or they're going away from that. The teacher is not the person giving the information, they're the one facilitating it. And a real big issue that I noticed was that some professors at universities are met with the challenge that these classes are being taught by non-tenure employees or staff members, and so their main incentive is to do research in the university.
Right.
And one thing that really stood out to me, because I kind of talked about it in my blog, was the role of teacher. And I did a survey, and one of my survey questions was, is your school district giving you, a teacher, enough resources? And out of all the participants, I only had 18, but 75% of the teachers are saying that they don't feel like they have enough support to, really provide a successful digital literacy community within their classroom. So I feel like once teachers have that support, then I think it will kind of come down towards the children as well. So
Absolutely.
that really stood out to me in the article in the K through 12 edition.
Yeah,
What-
and yeah, I agree with you too, because I see it in my everyday life, because we have to deal with like the social and emotional aspect. We're not just giving them information and assessing them anymore. We have to do that. So
Mhm. Mhm.
Well, and I know that was how I felt when I first got our one-to-one iPads was here's all this technology.
No, don't
Change
do
how
it.
you're teaching.
yeah,
Change how you're teaching, but I'm not going to show you how to do it. Just figure it out.
Yes.
So
And when do we have time to
exactly. So yeah, that was our biggest thing. But you know, I really feel like even though they are challenges, I mean, like they posted, they're solvable and difficult, but they're solvable.
Mhm.
If we just keep trying at it and keep doing it, then these things will move out of these challenges and just what we realize in our everyday life. So
yeah, and hopefully the universities and higher ed can change the role of educators as a wicked challenge to something that's solvable in the future, because it's
Mhm.
exactly.
Mhm. I think it'll just shift down. Once something's wicked, then it's going to become difficult, and then it'll be solvable. I just think it's going to constantly be in rotation. So,
Absolutely.
okay.
So
Is there anything else y'all noticed?
no, I don't think so.
All right. Well, good job. And I will send y'all the link.
All right, thanks.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
okay. Done, right?
Okay.
Yes.
How can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I click end meeting for all? We're not recording, but
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I
So
just
whenever
don't
we're
want to end it, and then like I just don't know how to get the link.
okay, so when you leave the meeting,
Mhm.
it'll tell you that it's saving it, and so it'll like compress it and everything,
Okay.
and then you just upload it.
To
It'll
YouTube.
ask you where you want to save it.
Okay.
And then I just uploaded it to YouTube, and then I sent you guys the link when I shared it.
All right. All right. I'll work on that right now.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Bye, guys.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.